What's up, guys? It's your boy Lonnie. I'm back with another video. I said I'm back with another video. You know what it is, man. Reaction time. We'll be watching the top 10 most dangerous bugs in the world. Not lying, I'm a animal guy, but like see bugs. Let's keep that away from me. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Let's get our channel to 50 subscribers. That's my goal. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry on camera for you guys. Like 50 subscribers. Anyways, let's get into the video.
Some insects in our world can be so deadly. While most are found in the deep bushes, an equal number can be found in the comfort of our homes. Some can take down a human with only one bite. We're talking about killer bees that are found in swarms in parks to lethal stinging scorpions. Here's a list of the world's most dangerous bugs. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe and click the notification bell for more amazing content. Let's begin. Number 10. Bullet ant. The name says it all. The sting from a bullet ant is compared to being shot at. Not that it's an experience many are familiar with, but you get the picture. The ant attacks the central nervous system and goes through the entire body and makes you feel a great deal of pain. The venom on the ant is, however, not lethal. The effects don't last for a long time. You, however, shake violently, sweat, and your heart races. These are among the largest of the ant species and grow to about an inch long. They're mostly found in the Amazon forest. An Amazonian tribe uses them for some ceremonies where they place them on the hands and they render numerous bites. It's said that once the venom subsides, one has a huge blast of adrenaline. Number 9. Giant hornets. These deadly bugs are said to go on killing sprees whereby they target children and farm workers. In 2013, about 43 people were killed, while over 1,000 were injured in Shaanxi, China. After the incident, they sprayed the entire city, combing out giant hornet nests. The bugs inject venom into the body. The venom kills red blood cells and leads to kidney failure, anaphylactic shock, or even death. For one worker, it was such a gruesome experience when dozens of hornets landed on her legs and head, and she could not move. Eventually, she needed 13 dialysis treatments and 200 stitches. These bugs are the size of a thumb and have a black tooth that they use to sever the heads of their victims. Every hornet has about 1,000 to 2,000 young ones at any given breeding season. They feed their offspring the larvae of other insects. They are usually attracted to sweet smells as well as alcohol. They fancy human sweat, especially during running. Number 8. Fleas. These may seem like common pests, but don't be deceived. Once they get into your home, they can cause complete havoc. They can jump 8 inches, that's 150 times their height, meaning that moving around is not a hassle. That kind of jumping is crazy though. It's like a human jumping the length of 3 football fields. They don't cause severe harm to humans. The intense itching, however, could lead to infection. Fleas are most likely to cause an allergic reaction in pets and anemia from blood loss. Their lifespan is 100 days, and in a month, 25 fleas can multiply to up to 250,000. They are found on cats and dogs and can also go for birds, reptiles and other mammals, including humans. Keeping grass short as well as vacuuming your carpets often is the best way to steer clear of these bugs. Number 7. Kissing bug. What name do you give a bug that leaves bite marks on your face? You got that right, a kissing bug. This, however, is a kiss you don't want to encounter. The bug leaves lethal feces when it bites, which can cause a chronic illness that leads to flu-like symptoms. There's no cure for the illness, and in some cases it causes an enlarged heart and the thinning of the colon. This bug is attracted to carbon dioxide, which humans breathe out, and that's the reason most of their bites are around the mouths. Their bites occur mostly at night, and they're said to cause a numbing effect on the area that they bite, meaning you don't feel it when you're being bitten. While bug spray works perfectly as a repellent, they can enter homes using any opening, and more so, they can get into door cracks easily. Time to do a home innovation. Number 6. Brown recluse. This is a very shy spider. That said, it's very deadly and has the power to melt human flesh. Its venom is so potent it can break down skin, fat and blood cells, a process called necrosis. This is, however, in very rare cases. People who are bitten by the spider experience minor discomfort, swelling and redness. The symptoms clear within 3 days without any medical interventions. They can also render severe pain, ulcers, chills and nausea, as well as joint pains and seizures. Luckily, they are shy and don't come out in openly crowded spaces. They like attics and garages. they're the most feared and misunderstood spiders in America. Number 5. Tsetse fly. One bite from this fly is enough to bring on lethal sleep. It has a saw-like mouth and tears and rips the skin while sucking blood. As if that wasn't bad enough, it also transmits serious tropical diseases. When it bites its victims, symptoms such as fever, aching and headache are common. As time goes by, the illness becomes worse. A feeling of tiredness is the most common symptom, which is why it's called sleeping sickness. The disease affects the brain and can cause a personality change, confusion and poor coordination. Medical treatments are available but can be dangerous and even toxic, mostly if the disease gets to the brain. Tsetse flies are found in Central Africa. As of now, they're said to have been completely eradicated, but it's suspected that there are a few cases that go unreported in the villages. The fly is one of the few that feed young ones with milk when they're born, much like humans. They get very few offspring, and when they're born they come out of the uterus fully grown, fed and healthy. Number 4. Bot flies. These flies will make you cry. They don't necessarily live such a long life, and that said, they have the most peculiar habits. First off, they mate, then hatch the eggs, and then stash them into the bodies of insects such as ticks and mosquitoes. When the eggs are left out, they easily burrow into our skin and feed off the skin until they're all grown up, and fly away, and repeat the process all over again. The larvae of the eggs cause holes to open up on the skin of victims, making them vulnerable to bacteria and diseases which can easily enter through the wounds. There are a few ways to treat someone who's been affected by bot flies. The eggs can be removed by tweezers. Doctors also prescribe some antibiotics or even bacon, which is less painful than tweezers. All you have to do is attach the piece of bacon to the affected area, and the bot flies will attach themselves to the bacon instead. Just don't eat the bacon afterwards if you know what's good for you. Number 3. Killer bees. This is what you get when you crossbreed a European honeybee with an African bee. A dangerous kind of bee that's super aggressive and will sting human beings to death. Up to 1,000 people have been killed by these bees. Children and the elderly are most at risk since they're not able to run away from an attack by the killer bees, who will chase their victims up to a quarter mile. Their venom is not necessarily stronger, it's just that stings from multiple bees mean more dosage of the venom, making it deadly. They were the result of a failed scientific experiment in America's Green Forest that's now under threat, where the imported killer bees are causing death and destruction among birds, butterflies, as well as bats in the rainforest. The nesting habits of these bees means that they can be easily found near humans. They, however, get agitated by noise such as lawn mowing and dogs barking. If an attack ever happens, the best thing to do is run very fast.
Telling you.
Number 2. Mosquitoes. They kill millions of people each year. Once upon a time, it was the deadliest creature on the planet. It's not the bite itself that causes the death. It's the diseases transmitted by these bloodsuckers when they sink their teeth into human flesh. It's only the female mosquitoes that bite because they rely on the protein in the blood to feed their eggs. They use an incredible 6 needles to pierce into the skin. They transmit a host of deadly diseases, the most prominent one being malaria. These diseases destroy the red blood cells, leaving the victim suffering from fever, headaches, body aches, muscle aches, vomiting and diarrhea. Though this is common in some parts of the world, there's a preventative medication that's quite effective. Zika virus, which is also caused by mosquitoes, made headlines recently after a spike in cases, since it leads to serious birth defects, most common of which results in an abnormally small head. Other diseases linked to the mosquito include yellow fever, Nile virus and dengue fever. Chikungunya mosquitoes are attracted to bright clothing and scented beauty products. Before we get to number 1, check out this bug that looks like it lives on Mars. It's called a giant water bug and is found in North America, South America and Northern Australia. It only dwells near freshwater sources such as rivers and reservoirs. It eats small fish, tadpoles and amphibians, and even poor baby turtles. Don't let the name fool you, their bite is lethal and painful. Number 1. The house centipede. This one has many tiny legs, unlike its competition. Its speed is astounding, and it uses the multiple legs to lasso the prey such as flies, bedbugs and wasps. It injects venom to subdue the tasty treats. Centipedes can live a fairly long life compared to other insects, about 4 or 5 years, meaning they have time to perfect their hunting skills. Their bites cause discomfort to humans as well as redness and swelling. Like bees, they're not looking to attack humans and will tend to stay away from humans since they're not a source of food. They will only sting if you touch them. It's not such a bad idea having them around. They'll also get rid of other crawling insects in the vicinity.
Anyways guys, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And guys, see you in the